Hello and welcome to LabGab, a live stream variety show that showcases events, destinations, and different talents across Second Life. I'm your host, Strawberry
Hello
Linden,
and welcome to
and today on our show we have Dorian
Linden.
Electra. I think you're listening to us, Dorian, on this other side there. Dorian is an American singer, songwriter, video, and performance artist. Welcome to the show, Dorian. Can you hear me?
Hey, Strawberry, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
We are so excited to have you, and we are so excited about your release party today in Second Life. And I'm going to ask you more about that in just a little bit. But first, I kind of wanted to talk to you about your music career. So, can you tell us more about how you got started in music and how it has evolved over the years?
Yes, I started making music in high school. I kind of would do it as like school projects whenever I would have a book report or something. I would always do like a song that was like about the book instead of doing an essay or whatever. And I'd also do music videos that would accompany that. And yeah, I just got really into music and then started to put stuff up on MySpace and YouTube and stuff like that. And then because I felt like through the internet, I had like an audience to share it with, like
Right.
people that would actually maybe be somewhat interested in listening to it or whatever. And I had a lot of internet friends and stuff in high school. I felt like, okay, I'm going to put some music out and actually, someone might listen to it. And that's kind of how I started. And yeah, we just play around in GarageBand and make really simple stuff and then started doing educational music videos after that as like I had my own video production company and yeah, then just moved into music full time after that.
Sounds like fun. You have had a full career. I think you said about a decade ago you started all of this, right?
Yeah,
On
yeah,
MySpace and stuff.
about 2010-ish, yeah, which is crazy to think about, but time really does fly.
I know, so fast. So tell us a bit about your latest singles, Gentleman and Milady. What inspired those songs and the video? Video is really interesting, actually. A lot of fun to watch.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, so it's a double single with a joint music video, Gentleman and Milady. And I kind of wanted to look at, I've just become very obsessed and interested with like neckbeard subculture
Yeah.
and the whole drinking Mountain Dew and eating Doritos and playing video games and wearing fedoras. Like just that whole thing has become my world recently.
Hmm.
And I'm just really fascinated with the like just the politics of it, like the gender politics, like those kind of that kind of subculture sometimes can have negative parts of it too that are, misogynistic or sexist, but also really positive stuff with like fantasy and stuff like that that breaks gender norms. So I kind of just wanted to take a look at all of that and then also taking on like feminine tropes with this like fantasy elf character in the Milady part of the music video and just like showing the fluidity of occupying both of those spaces as like a gender fluid person but also something that anyone can do and yeah, I just wanted to like critique it and celebrate it at the same time, which I feel like is something that I try to do in a lot of my work. I guess I always think about stuff in like a sometimes like over intellectualized way of like obsessing over it and then sometimes it's like just about the music, but I feel like yeah, I like to just create something that can be looked at and analyzed on a lot of different levels and give people something to think about as well as something to listen to and something to look at.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of underlying messages in the, especially in your latest, which is fantastic. So in the music video, there are shots that show a Milady game that includes some visual elements that look a bit like Second Life. Was Second Life actually used in the production?
It wasn't Second Life wasn't used in the production, but it definitely was something that I was like, we have to do a release party in Second Life, like from really early on, because I've been seeing Club Cringe, who had been doing these amazing Second Life raves and stuff kind of since the beginning of quarantine.
Hmm.
And I saw Count Baldur play at one, and then I contacted Club Cringe, and then they invited me to do one. And then I was like hooked after that. It was just such a fun thing. People have been doing all these Zoom parties and stuff, but I hadn't seen something where it was a virtual world where you could really like customize an avatar and like dance. Like that's what I liked about it, is that like you could like have your avatar dancing, and I just thought that that was like a really cool way to connect with people during quarantine, especially.
Absolutely. You have a lot of freedom. I think there's a lot of Zoom fatigue going on. So having that option to
Definitely.
be in a virtual world is just adds more to it. Your last full-length album was Flamboyant. Will we be seeing a new album in the near future? And if so, can you give us any hints about what to expect?
Well, I do have a lot of things that are being cooked up right now, but
Ooh.
I have to say some of that is top secret stuff.
Oh no, not even a little hint. Okay. Okay, well we'll take your word for it there. So many of your songs have powerful or empowering messages, but always with a sense of humor and style set to like a very infectious soundtrack. Some examples include a musical history of the vibrator, which was so much fun and actually very educational, and the dark history
Thank
of
you.
high heels. So the titles alone are very provocative, but the songs are really catchy and the videos are anything but boring. Can you share a bit about how your creative process works for both music and visuals?
Can you still hear me all right?
I can totally hear you, yeah. Can you hear me? Hi, Dorian, can you hear me? Okay, no problem.
Hello.
Dorian, I think there are some technical difficulties. If you give us 1 minute talking to the viewers, we're going to be right back. I'm just making sure that Dorian can still hear me. Okay, hang on. Hi, Dorian, can you hear me? I think Dorian is going to be right back. We're doing a really quick a restart of the voice. 1 minute, please. And just when we got to the exciting questions about the provocative songs. There was so much fun. If you guys haven't checked out some of the songs that I just recently mentioned, they are on. The videos are not on. There we go. Here we go. I think we have Dorian back. Dorian, can you hear me now?
Yes, can you hear me?
Awesome. Yes. Awesome.
Okay, cool.
Got
Sorry about
scared
that.
for a second. So I don't know if you heard the question. I was asking you about the dark history of high heels and the musical history of the vibrator. And I was asking you if you can share a bit about your creative process for both music and visuals.
Yeah, so the company Refinery 29 asked me to do originally a music video about something related to sex ed, and this was like late 2015. So like this is some of my really early stuff. And I studied philosophy and the history of science in college, and I thought that a really cool topic that I hadn't seen like any information on would be the history of the clitoris, like going back through
Yes.
like the ancient Greeks through Middle Ages and the Renaissance and the 60s and sexual revolution and like all these different periods of time, and like Freud, and kind of like how in psychology and sociology and anatomy and all these different sciences, like how, you know, gender and sexuality have been like socially constructed and stuff, but putting that to like a fun pop song that's easy to understand, like anyone at any age, like, you know,
Right.
totally accessible, and also that was like looked interesting and whatever. And then that was on Refinery 29, and then after that they asked me to do a whole series of stuff, and I just like pitched them a bunch of different ideas about the history of sexuality and gender, and thought the history of vibrators was super interesting, that it was used originally as like a medical device to cure women with hysteria.
Right.
And by, you know, and like just, yeah, there's just so much interesting history that I didn't really know about until I started looking into, and I thought that it would be something cool to share with people, and especially to do it through pop music, you know?
Right. It's really informative, actually. I hope people look it up because not only is it fun to listen to, but you educate yourself. Has your creative process changed at all due to the pandemic?
Um, it has changed somewhat in that, you know, obviously can't work with people in person,
Right.
but I feel like I've done everything pretty DIY and like with just a core group of my creative collaborators, for so long now that we're used to working like very DIY. So I feel like it's kind of getting back to my roots in a lot of ways of like having to do more photo shoots for press and stuff like here, at my house by myself, and having to do my own hair and makeup and all that kind of stuff is really something that I'm grateful to be able to like get back into. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And so you're pretty much doing more on your own kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like it's strengthening a lot of skills that I've, kind of like not been focused on. Like I haven't done my makeup for stuff, other than live shows. Like it's been a long time since I've done it for my own music videos and stuff, and having to get back into that, I think, has been like really good for me too.
Yeah, I think it's a good learning process as well as you learn to discover more of your own skills, I think. Among the recurring themes that appear in some of your work are topics that tackle issues of gender fluidity and or non-conformity. How important is that to you and why? I imagine that's a very powerful message for many of your fans to hear, particularly given the obstacles that are faced by many people.
Yeah, I feel like, it's just become such a big part of me and who I am. And it just is something that I've just like fascinated by. Like I love thinking about it. I love analyzing all the interesting ways in which like we're socialized to accept certain things about gender and sexuality from a young age. And I like to like break those down and like challenge it in myself too with certain you know, um, like preconceived notions I might have about myself or other people based on like gender, sexuality. And I just find like the history of it also so interesting, like how these social norms have adapted and evolved over time in different societies and different cultures and stuff. And I think it's just something that so many people just take as like it's
Yeah.
set in stone, or they even think like it's has to do with um, like they don't understand like the difference between like gender and sex and
Right.
other things that I think end up being really harmful ideas that just can generate a lot of hate for yourself if you feel like you diverge from those norms anyway, a lot of hate for other people, or like a desire to control other people or make them conform. And so yeah, I feel like it's like when you start challenging these norms about gender that are something that is so basic and one of the first things that's like drilled into you even as a baby or before
Right.
you're a baby, with like pink and blue and like gender reveal parties and like all that kind of stuff, it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's when I feel like when you start challenging those things, it's like, okay, well, what else like have I been raised to believe that I can start challenging, whether that's like political ideas or like the economic system that we live in or our form of government or anything. I feel like it's just good to just be critical of everything, including yourself too. So
Especially
yeah,
during these times. So absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the world is kind of at war, but I think things are changing, hopefully. And hopefully we'll see that in the next few months. So let's talk a little bit about our Second Life event today. I'm so excited. Your release party at Club Cringe in Second Life. Can you tell us more about that? What can people expect, and how can they participate?
Yes. So, yeah, I'm super excited, and so is the whole Club Cringe crew and all the DJs and everything. Yeah, basically, we're going to be doing like a pre-show on my YouTube channel. That's just like YouTube/Dorian Electra or whatever.
Hmm.
And it's gonna be hosted by Onyx the Fortuitous. I don't know if you've ever seen him, but he's like weird gamer guy, like has some funny viral videos and like where he's at like furry conventions and other things
Oh,
and like being
cool.
interviewed and stuff. Yeah, it's really cool. And yeah, so he's going to be hosting it, and I'm also going to be doing some interesting demonstrations and so forth. It'll be like a live video part of it. But then and the world in Second Life is going to open up at 3 p.m. so people can get adjusted and get in there and stuff. And then the music will start at 5 p.m. PST in Second Life. And we're going to have DJ sets from a bunch of amazing DJs, including the two producers that produce the song Gentleman. That's Dylan Brady and Count Baldor. And then we have DJ Chad, Cuckoo Chloe, Black Jesus, and also some special guests. Oh, and Ko Koala, who's also amazing, and special guests Mood Killer and Uncle Adams will be doing another special little moment for us. And yeah, I'm really excited for everyone to explore this world. It's kind of based off the sets in the music video, but like taken even more extreme. And um, yeah, Jake from Club Cringe just did an amazing job designing everything. And it's kind of this futuristic medieval castle, gamer den, with a dance floor and swords everywhere. And there's actual video games that you can play inside of the
Oh.
like castle room, like a game room. You can get Mountain Dew. There's a lot of things to do in there, so I'm very excited for people to join us in there.
That's awesome. So you guys can join in Second Life, or you can watch on Dorian's YouTube channel because they're gonna live stream it there. I do want to let you guys know that if you look in the description of the YouTube video right now of this interview, you'll see that I have all the links there to the YouTube live link event, and then I also have the destination in Second Life. The doors, like Dorian said, the doors will open at 3 p.m. So if you are a Second Life resident or new to Second Life, you can try to teleport in, hopefully, but maybe you want to come early because I think it will get crowded. It sounds like you have a really good number of DJs there. Are the DJs for today's event new to Second Life, or are some of them already active in SL?
Actually, some of them have DJ'd Club Cringe and other Second Life events, but DJ Chad just did a big last weekend, I believe, Chad Fest
Oh,
DJ thing that was like, I think that was, I'm pretty sure that was in Second Life. I think somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure. And yeah, but they've used Second Life, and it's just become, yeah, it's become really a cool thing. I remember when my mom used to use Second Life back when I was in high school, and like that's how I first started using it, probably in like, I don't know, 2009 or something. I mean, like definitely over 10 years ago.
yeah.
And and yeah, it's just been so cool because I kind of became more aware of it again like about 6 months ago when quarantine started, and didn't even really realize like that people were like that it was still really going strong. And so I'm also not like I'm not like a video game person, but I just love Second Life because there's not like objects to a game. You know what I mean? It's more like you can just choose whatever you want to do and exploring
Right.
things, building things, and that's more my personality type and stuff. So that's it. Really is really cool for that.
There's no goal. It's a sandbox. You do what you want. That was actually my next
Yeah,
question. I was going to ask you how you discovered Second Life. So you actually found out about it through your mom.
yeah, and hopefully she's going to be joining in
Oh,
Second Life
sweet.
later today. Yeah, just kind of like help her get set up on it because it's been a while for her. But
So
yeah, I'm really.
why do you think Second Life what is it about Second Life that makes it a good fit for your event today?
I think the ability to build things however you want was
Hmm.
like we wanted a really, people were like, oh, like how come you didn't do it in like this or this other thing, and it's
All right.
like we had a very specific aesthetic because we wanted to model it off of the music video. And it was like we knew that in Second Life you could just there's so many amazing
Right.
things that like even like pre-made things that other people have made that we were able to like furnish it with that absolutely fit the vibe. And also I like that it's kind of like got an old school feel because I feel like a lot of the stuff, I mean, not that it feels old school, but I guess that it like to me in my personal life I associate it with like that time in like a really nice nostalgic way, like when my mom was using it a bunch when I was in high school and stuff. So for me it's like I like a lot of the things in the video I feel like are also harkening back to like 2010 2009 era like fedora wearing vibes. And so yeah, I just felt like time wise too it like fit really nicely because it's both futuristic but also kind of like it's been around for a while. It's like the first virtual world that I was ever aware of.
Yep. I love that you're bringing the fedora back, by the way. That's fantastic. So have
Hey,
you been
thank you.
active in the club DJs and or art scene in SL? Have you been really active or just recently because of the pandemic? And are there any like Second Life experiences or creators that you want to give a shout out to or mention?
I actually had my birthday party in Second Life this
Oh,
year with my friends. Yeah, it was pretty small.
oh
Yeah, but
wow.
it was really cool. We went to I forgot what it's called, Rivendell. Like, but it's like
Mhm.
this. it's like the whole elven world, but then there's also like some, I think it's like Humphrey Bogart jazz club that's like also in
Oh,
there,
yes.
and it has these instruments that you can actually play. And so, because a lot of my friends are musicians,
Right.
we like jammed on those, and like I recorded some of it and was like, haha, we got a brand new song. And like, yeah, it was really fun. And I'm actually really interested in exploring more of the instruments in Second Life and doing like little like jam sessions and stuff in there. Oh, and then also we did in that, around that same area, we also did some like, we did some sword and like metal, what is it? It's like sword forging and like blacksmithing and
Oh,
stuff too,
wow.
was an activity. And then we went to some more adult areas too. But I mean, there's a little something for everybody in Second Life.
This is very true. This is very true.
Yeah.
So you were talking about how, the build of the venue tonight. I was wondering, would you mind giving us a little tour of it really quickly if we have some time to head on
Yes,
over?
absolutely. I would love, love, love to show this to y'all. Let
Okay,
me
let's do that. So I'm
get
gonna stand and I have the landmark. I think Jake gave it to us earlier. Sorry if
okay.
I land on you.
That's all right.
My camera's going everywhere. I'm gonna also turn my voice off in World so we're not talking in public over there. So we're not
Okay.
disturbing anybody. So I'm going to
Will you be able to take me there too, Strawberry, or should I just put it in my browser?
I can take you there. I'm gonna teleport over right
Okay,
now,
sick.
and I'm going to just teleport you over as well.
Sick.
Let's see. All
All
right. I
right.
hope I'm in the right spot.
Does it look like an island, kind of?
I think so. I'm teleporting you over. Here we go.
All right.
Is this it?
Yes, it is. I
Okay,
see the
awesome.
Mountain Dew. Yes, I can take you. Let me just change my view here.
Sure. I'm gonna follow you because I'm not sure where I'm going. I'm
Yeah,
going to
okay,
actually
cool.
increase my draw distance so I can see a little bit better, but I might get a little lag. Let's see.
Cool. So yeah, here's where you and this is like the little welcome area.
Okay.
And here we go. It's a
Oh,
nice
it's
walk, get a little exercise, a beautiful view of the water and so forth.
oh wow. The
And
build
then
is coming in and we're changing the environment
let me I'm
setting.
gonna run with you
Okay.
actually. I could
I'm
use the
trying.
exercise.
We can also fly at Second Life.
That's true. Although we actually did disable flying for this just because it'd be a lot of
Okay.
first time users that might
Right.
not really know. Which have people flying through these DJ decks and so forth. So
We look hilarious running like this now.
yeah.
Nice. Okay, I want to see this. Oh wow. This is really
Yeah, this is like
nice.
another little welcome area. And this is really where you get the nice view of the castle here.
I'm just gonna zoom out for a second because I
Yeah,
love
go
that you
for
have
it.
your name here. It's really cool. All the
Yeah.
fire. Okay.
Jake killed it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna catch up to you.
I've always wanted my own castle, so now I can finally have one.
Now you have one.
Yeah. I think my mom's original like she like had some house that was like is very like industrial, like goth, but like also like castle, but then like modern. I don't know. That's like very her vibe. So yeah, here's the gaming den, and you can
Oh,
actually. Oh,
cool.
somebody's already in here. All right, love to see it. That's great, and they're playing. That's
I think
sick.
I do want to remind everybody because I think a few people were asking in the chat that can they come here. I believe it's not open to the public yet. It will be open to the public at 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So oh, and right here, this is Club
Club
Cringe.
Cringe. Hello. I love their
Yes, the look is
avatar.
absolutely stunning. Um, let's see. I'm getting a little turned around here. Yeah, so anyway, but you can actually play these games. And you know what? Are you thirsty? Should we grab a Mountain Dew real quick?
Sure, we can do that. So you can
All
actually
right.
just click on it and get one?
Yep.
Oh,
You
cool.
can click on it. There's my Mountain Dew.
Oh, you have to pick it up from there. Okay, hang on, I see it. Do I have to be closer? I think maybe.
I think maybe just.
Oh, okay, there we go. I got it.
Did I get my Mountain Dew? Well, if you long as you got one, that's good. I already have a couple somehow stored in me. Really shouldn't drink more than one a day anyway.
So
So,
people enter in the game room first, and
yep. Okay, now
then
we're gonna go
all
upstairs.
right, I'm just gonna follow you. Sorry to the viewers, my camera's just going a little bit crazy right now. All right, there we go.
Now this, you can get some of these Doritos on these columns here, just like in the video. You can enter in here. Whoops, I stepped in the Mountain Dew fountain, but that's all
Oh,
right. I actually
that's
kind
how
of
you
liked it.
enter?
Hey.
That's how you enter? You go into the.
No,
Oh, okay.
that's just a bonus feature.
Okay.
Okay, but yeah,
It's
this is
like
a
I have to
little
go.
room. People can take like screenshots of themselves in there because usually like my shows are like release parties. Originally, I
Right.
wanted to do basically something like this, but like in the physical world for this release party before COVID. And I was like, I always like to have little like photo booth areas and stuff. There's a balcony there. It's got some cool little things on there, but I
Oh,
won't. Oh, we got somebody else here.
I like the lighting. It's very cool.
Yeah, Jake killed it on the lighting. Like
Yeah.
it just green vibes and love all that. All right, and here, oh yes, I love this furry sign that Jake added. That's fire. So anyway, so here we go. This is the big dance floor.
Warning for
We've got
this.
the
Great.
bar. You can grab a drink. You can eat some
Oh, wow.
Doritos.
Look at this dance floor. We already have people dancing there.
Oh wow, incredible! Oh my gosh, amazing. Let's see if I recognize anybody. Yeah, that's sick.
This
That's some
is very
cool.
cool. I love it.
Wow, man, everybody's looking amazing. This like Sailor Moon look is incredible. Wow. Yeah, so the DJs are going to be over there. And it's also like a nice threatening lava pit that is sort of like it's kind of like the most threatening VIP rope that, you know, I've ever seen personally. Just,
It's very cool. I'm loving
yeah.
all the fire too. So again, for those of you who are Second Life residents and are wanting to come, the destination link is in the description of the video. If it does get full, you can also watch, of course, on Dorian's YouTube channel. I have the YouTube live link there too. There's people talking to us in chat.
Oh, cool. I'm going to say looking amazing.
This is great. Sounds like it's going to be a great party.
Yeah, it's going to be, hey, somebody's waving.
So is it already open to the public, or these are just the DJs right
Let
now?
me let me see. I'll ask Jake. I guess. Oh, mine. Oh, Chad did the festival in Minecraft actually, but I know that Chad has also done some Second Life stuff. Wow, people are dancing up a storm. I'm trying to figure out how to get the dance moves. I know we will have that available
Yeah.
where you can just get some. Wow, that's a crazy. This person's doing crazy dancing. I can't wait to just dance later. That's what I'm really looking forward to
I
with
maybe I should
everybody out
break out
here.
my dance moves right now.
Yeah, I bet
Join
you have
everybody.
some amazing ones. Yeah, should we see a preview or
I'm just gonna start dancing, even though we don't have any music yet. But I'm looking forward to it.
it's gonna be amazing.
This is gonna be so much fun. Thank you so much, Dorian. I am really excited. Is there anything else you want to say to the viewers before we, hand it off and hopefully meet everybody at 3 p.m.? I'm gonna cam into you here.
Yeah, I would just say, yeah, thank you all so much for watching and listening. And oh wow, the lights and everything's going really crazy now.
I
That's
know.
amazing. That's incredible. Yeah, and also you can follow me on Instagram at Dorian Electra and Twitter and all that good stuff. And all my music's on Spotify, Apple Music, all that. And yeah, I hope to see you tonight. And if you can't make it in, because there is limited capacity, so if you can't make it in, you can stream it on YouTube, and also if you're on that like the island where we were first teleported to,
Yeah.
that will be like the waiting area if
Oh,
you
okay.
can't get in. And so as soon as like if it fills capacity, if somebody comes out, then one person will be able to go in, that sort of thing. So just to give people a heads up that it will fill up. Yeah.
So there is one. I know I'm sneaking this in on you. There's a quick question on YouTube that I kind of want to ask you, or what to
Yeah.
end it all. It's from DJ. Has Dorian thought about doing a music video within Second Life?
You know what? I actually have thought about that.
Hmm.
And um, let's just say that it might something like that maybe in the works.
Sweet. I'm looking forward to it.
Would be cool, yeah.
Should be fun. And thank you again, Dorian. Thanks to the viewers for watching. Again, all the links are in the description of the video for the location and also for the YouTube live stream link, so you can watch it in case you can't come into Second Life. And thanks again to Dorian for this opportunity. It was so great to meet you and talk to you about your music. and I have become a huge fan. So thank you so much
Thank
for
you so
that.
much, Strawberry. This has been so much fun, and I can't wait to party with all y'all tonight.
Yes, it's going to be great. Thanks again to the viewers. Keep an eye on the Second Life community blogs for future announcements about LabGab. And remember, stay safe, stay home, and stay virtual, everyone. Bye.
Bye bye.